since we have now these four countries, I can go to the next stage, that is the fine-grained screening. And what is the fine-grained screening? You're going to make a more detailed analysis of these four countries to, in the end, select one country to operate. So what you need to do, first of all, you need to put these four countries in this tab. Where you need to do that, you need to go here in the top of the file. So basically here you can just type the name of the countries, like Germany, and Italy is the second one, and the third one is United Kingdom, and then we select the last one, that is United States. Okay, so I have here United States. Of course, you just need to click, you can just click here and select, for instance, click and go to the United States, or select here the specific countries that you prefer. As you can see, you have again here the detailed data of these countries. And what is your objective? To give one assessment for these countries using this dimension. So let's give one example. Suppose the first thing that I need to do is to assess the importance of these countries, assess the importance for my business of these three factors here. For instance, in your opinion, how important is the attractiveness of this country? And attractiveness can be defined as the GDP per capita and population size. What will be the importance of the tax levels? And what will be the importance of the cage distance? For each of these, you need to give a grade. I'm going to delete here. For each of these factors, you need to give a grade between 1, meaning that is very unimportant, so there is no importance on that, and 5 means that is really very important. Let me give an example. I believe that attractiveness is like a 4. It's important. Taxation levels, I believe that is really not important. I put like 1. And suppose that I believe that cage distance is really important, like let me put here number 3, for instance. Okay, it's like regular importance. After selecting this importance, so this importance is basically meaning that what I believe that will be the impact of each of these variables to the performance of my business when I operate abroad. Okay, so I believe when my business go abroad, the attractiveness is a more important thing. The second more important thing is the cage distance, the differences in terms of institutions, and the less important thing is the tax levels. So now we move to the second part. To each country, we need to check this data here and make one assessment between 0 and 10 to each dimension of these indexes that they are creating. You're going to give a grade of 0 if the index is not important, and then you're going to leave, so if it's not important, no. If you're going to use 0 if the country is really bad on that, is the worst country in that measure, and 10 if you have the best country in that measure. And of course, you can here have different grades, like 7 or 6, to express different level of performance of each country in this dimension. So let's start with one example. Look into the population and GDP per capita. Look into all countries here. I can tell that, yeah, it seems that Germany is like something relatively positive. I put like 7. Italy performs not as good as Germany, so I can give, for instance, a 5. And United Kingdom is really close to Germany, but a little bit lower. I'll put like 6. And as you can see here, United States in both measures, they perform much better. So I can put, for instance, a 10. Then I will look to the taxation levels. For instance, we can see that taxation levels, especially for Germany and United Kingdom, the taxation level is relatively low. So I can put a real low grade But suppose that I believe that the tariff tax rate is less important than the corporate tax rate. So I can give a grade relatively good for United Kingdom because I believe that corporate tax rate is better. So the taxes paid by companies operating in the country, the tariff tax rate will be you're going to pay that if you try to export your products. Okay, so I'm going to give a 9 to United Kingdom. In the second place, I believe that Germany is really close to that, like 7. Since I'm thinking about corporate tax rate, I can give like 4 to United States because they have a really high. And I can put like a 5 to Italy. And finally, I can look here to the cage distance. So just looking to the distance, remember that the higher for tax levels and cage distance, the higher the levels, the lower need to be my assessment, okay? So basically here it's really easy because Germany, it has the lowest distance, the lower distance, so I can give a grade like 9, meaning that is really good. For Italy, I can say that's a little bit less than that, like an 8. I can put here an 8. And I can put it a little bit far away, United Kingdom, like 6. And finally, United States, very far away, I'll put like a 2. So, what will be your final decision to the country to operate? Basically, you need to look to this final weighted score and select the country with the highest score. The country with the highest score is the country that you believe that you can achieve a higher performance in the country. This country's average score is basically the average of multiplying each of these importance levels by the assessment, and also make a division by the sum of these weights that are here, okay? So basically it's an average based on these importance factors that you gave before. In my example, assuming that I'm confident with the assessment that I did, I should select the country Germany for my operations. So given this example, Germany is the best country for my operation. And then you just need to select this country for the next routes.